I've always loved being in water. There's a freedom, there's a lightness, but then we'd be on set and there'd be tons of single-use plastic, and I became more and more educated about how plastics and humans are affecting animals and their habitats. Once my eyes were open, I couldn't shut them anymore. I'm Nina Dobrev. I am an actor, a producer, a writer, but my alter ego is a marine conservationist.
I'm very empathetic to animals that are suffering. I think that's why I've been drawn to working with wildlife that has been so impacted by mankind. My name is Dr. Alissa Deming, and I'm Vice President of Conservation, Medicine, and Science at the Pacific Marine Mammal Center. My primary goal here is to provide veterinary care for our patients, and I also oversee the research that we do to help make an impact on a bigger scale. Hi, Nina.
Hi.
I'm Dr. Deming. So nice to meet you.
It's so amazing to meet you. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Welcome to the Pacific Marine Mammal Center. We're going to give you a little tour and introduce you to some of our patients. This is our patient board. You'll meet Chaffee shortly, and
Okay.
Chaffee has completed her rehabilitation and is ready to be released. So
Oh
we'll
my
be
God.
going out on a boat, and you're gonna be able to see what it looks like when we return them back to the wild.
Oh, I'm so excited.
She's going home. We try and feed these animals so they don't realize the fish are coming from humans. She needs to be able to survive out in the wild. This is plastic that was found inside one of our patients' stomachs.
Oh my God.
So that could have been somebody's sandwich bag from lunch. And so that's the kind of thing you need to think about when you're using these things. Is it necessary for you to use that plastic bag one time and throw it away, and then potentially risk it ending up in one of our patients' stomachs? In 2050, they say there's gonna be more plastic in the ocean than fish. I wanted to show you some fishing gill net that we've had from some of our other patients. A lot of times our sea lion patients end up putting their head through this, and it's so small that it ends up embedding into their muscle. What's the solution to this? Some kind of product that can break down that's not made of plastic. And that's where technology, innovation, and creativity is gonna get us out of this problem. This is a radiograph or an x-ray of Loki, who was a California sea lion subadult that was entangled in gill net. And so you can actually see the massive amount of defects, these lines going into his skin. His skin should be flat.
But now he's in the wild.
Yep, we have completed his surgeries. He healed really great, and he was released back in May. He was one of the lucky ones.
Getting to walk around the center and seeing the animals was so cool, and what's behind all of it with all the technology and the machines and the x-rays.
Yeah, so we use technology here at the center before we even rescue the animals, and we use it after we're released. So let me show you a little bit of the satellite tag data we can put on some of our patients. This is post-release tracking of 2 of our rehabilitated patients from this year. So that little tiny tag gets glued to his fur, and it's kind of like a cell phone where you can track their movements after they're released.
All right, so Loki is towards the cliff somewhere?
I hope so. Let's head towards the rock and see if we can find him.
All right, let's see if we can find this cutie pie. I see a tag.
Yep, that's seaweed. And so you can see that tiny little line that remains on that right upper shoulder area.
Yeah.
And that's all that's left of this massive laceration right on that right shoulder.
Oh, she looks so healthy and happy.
Yep, that's Loki. Oh my God, he looks great.
I'm happy to see the scars because it means he's recovered, but also I'm imagining the net being wrapped around his neck, and it makes me so sad.
He's a lucky dude that he got a second chance.
Bubba. You smell that seawater? You smell that salt? I know. He's right there. He's right there.
All right, Chappie, ready to go?
You got this, girlfriend. Goodbye.
Good
We
luck.
love you.
She's like, this is the biggest pool I've seen in months.
Here we go.
Dismount.
Wow, oh my God.
Isn't that amazing? Make good decisions out there, Chappie. Everything kind of comes together in nature when there's a lot of food around. The birds, the dolphins, and now Chappie's out there with them. Releasing our patients and successfully rehabilitating them, that's a big win for us here. And then when it comes to bigger problems like single-use plastic, that actually takes a lot more time and effort to make a difference on a larger scale.
I can't believe that we still, that this is still an option.
I know plastic never disappears. So it may break down into smaller particles that you can't see with your naked eye, but it's still floating around in the ocean and it's throughout the whole water column. It's the small decisions every day that people make that are driving our single-use plastic issues. So by becoming a conscious consumer and just deciding to not take a piece of plastic silverware when you get delivery food, it may not seem like it's having a major impact, but every fork you've ever touched in your life still exists out in the world. So either it's in a landfill, it's trash on the side of the road, or it makes its way down into the ocean.
There's also a lot of restaurant groups and other companies that are choosing sustainable packaging.
There's a lot of companies that have already prioritized minimizing their plastic use and also figuring out a way to stop ocean-bound plastic by incorporating it into their products and their packaging. And those are the kind of solutions that are going to take plastic out of our environment and then put it back in that loop of materials and goods that we actually do need to live every day in our life. Even though the problem is so overwhelming and sometimes it feels like you're just not doing enough, every little bit helps. You don't have to be a veterinarian. What I do is very reactive. We actually need to be proactive. The fact that we can find solutions, it means that there's a way to make progress and we can do better. There's creativity and innovation all around us. You just have to get out there and create.